Okay, so the first step is to clean your face, and I've gone through my entire arsenal of cleaning the face and putting on serums and moisturize, and then use primer. Always use primer if you're putting a full face on. Primer, and then I always let mine set for several minutes before I put it on if I have enough time. If I don't, then this is not gonna happen. And then also lip balm. Put lip balm on, let it set in your lips. Mascara, stick it in a place that's gonna be warm. For me, my tits are big and I can stick it in between my boobies. This right here is Urban Decay Shadow Primer Potion stuff or something like that. And you just put it on your lids before you get started with the whole mess right there. It's the only thing I didn't do beforehand because I like to wait until the last minute and then do it. I also hang my towels after I shower, and then I can use them as a thing for everything. Okay, so for this go about, I will be using 3 brushes, shadow, smudger, and then blending, basically. Go poofy. I'm going with the Sweet Peach palette from Too Faced, because I like Too Faced. I'm a hoe. Let's see. Let's do peaches and cream today. It comes with some looks, and I feel like not doing a whole new look on myself. All right, so you're gonna take your shadow brush right here, and this one says do peaches and cream. So I'm gonna take the shadow brush, and you're gonna go, I hope you can see this, you can go right here on the brow bone. You want something really light on your brow bone so it's not actually showing up, but it is covered. And then do it to both. Now, because I don't want to use 16 friggin' brushes, I will simply use my towel once again. It's actually a really good thing, and if you don't want to do that, you can get hand towels that are specifically for this or washing your makeup off. I do that too. Or if you really want to go all out, I got this with something, so you could, but you want to get your color off your brush before you go to the next one. Caramelized. And then you're going to put a darker one for this particular look. You're going to put a darker one on the actual lid. I would like to say, keep in mind I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. And I don't have a very good setup because I'm poor. I don't have a good vanity lights or anything like that. Maybe one I'll do in my craft room where I've got 16 lights so I can see everything. You can see what's more important to me. All right. Color change. Georgia. So we're gonna blend into the crease now. And you're gonna wanna go with, okay, so how is it they do that? The first one I did was the peaches and cream. And then on the top of my lid was caramelized. And this next one is Georgia. It's the lighter color, and it's gonna go into the crease to blend everything together. So you just get some on there and hold the blender by the end and just not hard or anything like that. Just go like that. Do light. Don't press hard into it. Just windshield wiper motions back and forth. And you can see it's blended in there. And then after I do that, I kind of go back over it and go like that. And you can see the difference in the two. This is actually a lot harder when you're having to record and stuff. Props to people who are actually famous for this crap. That's done, and then, oh, you were also supposed to smudge caramelized into the lower lid. And then, okay, so It says to smudge caramelized into the lower lid. So you're going to use the really tiny brush and just now don't go all the way because I'll show you in a minute what we're doing next. But you see it's got a little bit of a pop right there, and you're going to try to make it as even as possible, right? That. And you don't need a lot on the smudge brush, just do a little bit, because a little bit is you're only putting a little bit on your eye. And so it doesn't need very much. This side is harder to do. I'm going to have to blot myself, I'm sorry. Also keep in mind that I'm recording this on my phone, so hopefully the quality is good. It's an iPhone. And then it says to dab Luscious into the inner corner. So Luscious is this one right here. So with this one, I'm only just going to get a swipe on there and then go to the corner and dab it and smudge it. I prefer using a brush for this part because I feel like I can smudge it better. It says dab, but every time I try to like use my finger for it, it looks weird and doesn't blend very well. So instead we're going to blend with the smudger. And that's it for the shadows. You can dust those off and put those back now. Next step is eyeliner. I'm still here. Is eyeliner. To do a basic line, I can use anything. I don't have a problem with the basic line. To do wings, I found the only thing that I can use is gel eyeliner. This one is from Pretty Vulgar. I actually really love this stuff. But I've tried to do it with pencil. I've tried to do it with gel. I'm not sorry, liquid. I cannot do wings with anything but gel liner. You may not be able to do wings with gel liner. You may be able to do them just fine with pencil. Whatever medium works for you, go for it. Do it. And then... wow, this is going to be a pain in the butt. I tend to do smaller wings, unless I'm being dramatic, because I do that sometimes. And it takes practice. I started with the bigger wings. Okay, I can't do this. Alright, see. They also have a whole bunch of stamps nowadays where you can just buy a stamp and stamp the cat eye part and just draw a line with your regular stuff. I also lean towards black liner because it matches my soul. So basically, you're going to just do a little flick. Don't do it very long because you're going to end up making it a little bit longer than you want anyway. So just do a little flick and then... is that right side? And then on the top. And then, see, it's not very big, but we're going to make it bigger and fill it in and everything like that, and it'll make it a better point. My brush will not look good if I keep trying to do the whole lid, so I will do that one in a minute, but I got to do the cat eye first to make it look decent, so watch out. Also, they're never going to look the same because unless you're really fucking good at it, you're willing to spend 2 hours trying to fix that shit, which I am not. Alright, so mostly got it, cat. It's mostly the same. Sisters, not twins. You want them to look the same, but not exactly the same. And then just... this really is a bitch to do. Like, holy shit. I botched that, but I don't even care at this point because I can't see shit. It's not bad. If I ever do this again, I'm definitely getting a different setup because it's a pain in the ass. now to clean my liner brush, petroleum jelly. I just get a little dab and then put the brush in there. Like that. Cleans the brush. Cleans the brush. Note that you have to do this a few hours beforehand, so if you leave it overnight, it will clean it, but your brush is going to be kind of not in prime condition, so you don't want to do it. You want to do it right after you can do it, or as soon as possible afterwards. So there's the eyes. Pop in. We'll get to the mascara in a little bit. I leave it in there. I leave the mascara until last, like almost dead last. All right. So for foundation, I have my nasty looking beauty sponge. I really need to clean it. Don't judge me. It's too pale on me, but I make it work. The Fenty Beauty foundation. I use liquid foundation. You can use whatever foundation you're comfortable with. I started out with powder and went from there. Of course, that was in the late 90s, early 2000s, and we all kind of were different back then, weren't we? We didn't have YouTube tutorials. You learned how to do shit all on your own. Kids these days. Now, I know it seems weird that I'm like smacking my face with this thing, but it actually helps blend it. Actually helps blend it in better. Also, do your foundation before you do your concealer. Like I said, this is too pale for me. I'm trying to use it up as much as possible so I can buy a new one that actually is my skin tone. I gotta move over real quick. All right, another thing, get up to the eyes. You can do eyeshadow after you do foundation. It's kind of a personal preference, but if you do the foundation and then eyeshadow, so make sure you're blending down so you don't have that weird line. And I do it up into my hair a little bit and over my ears just so it looks more even and not weird looking. What was I going with? If you do foundation and then shadow, if you have any fallout from your shadow, it will stick to the foundation and you will have to fix that. That's why some people prefer to do shadow than foundation. It is a learning curve if you're going to do it that way, because I used to do it shadow, foundation, then shadow. Concealer, I use Tarte Shape Tape. This one actually is my skin tone, which is lovely. And then you just, kind of depends on where you have problem spots. I tend to dab it on my forehead, a line down my nose, one on each side, because those tend to get red, especially in the winter time. And then just any, see, I got a cluster of stuff right here I need to eat better, so stop. And then I'll just add some dabs, try to get whatever's left on the smudgy thing. And then we are back to dab, 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 dab. It helps blend it in. You have to do it for a bit, but you're gonna, I forgot to do under my eyes. That's what I forgot, son of a bitch. This is the tricky part too. The tricky part too, because you can't get the part under your eye where you already smudged the shadow. You can, but you can fix it later, but you still have to worry about the fallout. I knew I was forgetting to do something. I am tired. Again, go down to the neck just because you're gonna have excess anyways. Why the fuck not? What do I do next? Oh, because this is too pale for me, I have a blush, what is it? Lightening blush, and it's very light colored. It is not a blush. It looks like a mix between a highlighter and a blush. Look, you can see flowers. There you are. And so I just get a little bit on that and then dab it all over my face where I'm not going to put blush so that I actually look normal and not like a fucking ghost or something. It's weird. All right. You know, you can't really tell too much of a difference here, but I can. Like, trust me, it's not pretty when I go out without doing a little bit of lightning blush in this spots. And then we're gonna do highlights. Actual highlights, not lightning blush. And I just got new highlight in. I'm so excited because this one's actually my skin tone. Or made for my skin tone, I should say. So this is Juvia's Place. It is highlight. There's a little powdery bits. Now they recommend that you take your setting spray and spray setting spray on the thing. I have Too Faced Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray, that Hangover RX thing. And just, you don't want to stick it like right there or anything like that. You want to spritz. And then, and you can do this for the loose powder highlights. You can do it for pressed highlights, however you prefer to do it. Oh my god, it's so pretty. This is supposed to be for light skin mofos like me. And the other one I bought was not. Whoa, look at that popping lights. Yes. Give it a little bit more. Friendly reminder to clean your brushes at least once a month. Don't be like me. I try to do mine every other month or so. Depends on how much I wear makeup. When you work from home, you don't have to wear your makeup every day. A little bit on the nose. Okay, so the highlight you do on the cheekbones. Your cheekbones are popping, bitch. So you will look really fly with that. And then along the bridge of your nose, even if you think your nose is big, do it anyways. A little bit on the bottom here. And then I'm going to take a dab on my finger here. I'll dab right here. Right at the bow of the lips. See? And then right above the brows. You can also do a light color under the brows. I would not recommend doing a darker highlight under the brows. It is not necessary to do that, but it will give you a poppin' look right there. All right. Ooh, girl, that highlight. All right. A lot of shit. All right, so for blush, I use Serafina from Juvia's Place because I love Juvia's Place, and a stippling brush. You can see it kind of looks different from a regular brush, and do you have to make the funny face? No, but I do. And you can suck a dick if you don't like it. Once you got it on, if you feel like you have a dark patch that's too much blush, which I am surprised that I didn't do, you can get your foundation sponge and dab it on, and that'll help keep it. Okay, what is next? I don't know. Highlight. Oh, you know what I need to put on? Lip primer. I just started using this, so I don't know how well it's worked. I've only used it once and the lipstick stayed on, but I also didn't really eat while I was wearing it, so I don't know. Oh, my phone's gonna die soon. And it's one of the reasons I recommend putting the lip gloss on beforehand, so it can like soak into it before you put any light primers, lip primers, or lipsticks or anything. Okay, I think we are done except for the big stuff. All right, so next, one of the last steps is setting powder. I use Laura Mercier and Kabuki brush. Once again, I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm hoping this is right, but we're gonna go with it because that's what I do, and I like, okay. Another prime example of a little goes a long way. Oops. And then I kind of just touch all over my face gently, see if there's any spots that are a little bit wet feeling, or sticky, not wet, sticky feeling, because those are places that haven't been hit by the setting powder. If anybody else watches this besides Laura, you know what you're doing. I'll take, you know, constructive criticisms because I have no fucking clue. And then the setting spray again, wherever that bitch is. Come on. It's sprayed on my foot. Or spilled on my foot or something, I don't know. Face. And while that is drying, we whip out this. I have to-go biddies, so they're kind of sweaty, so I had to wipe that off. Do not pump it. You're introducing air into the mascara tube, and it dries out your mascara quicker. And then you're gonna go like this, and you're gonna go like this. And it takes practice, and you will get shit everywhere when you first start learning how to do this, and that's okay. Once the mascara has dried, whether it's on your lid or on your face, nose, whatever, get a Q-tip and gently rub it off. You shouldn't have any real messed up makeup stuff on there. I'm still here. Do you want me to sing to you? I am not a good singer. How do people do this crap? Like, that shit's not easy. I guess they have better setups than I do too, though, so there's that. I go over it a couple of times because it's gonna make my lashes poppin'. And I have decent enough lashes that I don't have to rely on falsies, so that will be another tutorial at another time because I've got a movie date with my booby. We're gonna go see Into the Spider-Verse. I try to let it dry a little bit before I put on another layer because I feel like it helps lengthen it some more. Like you're stacking it on. And see, I got a little bitty dab of mascara right there. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this. It's gone. I actually do have a big old divot, but I think I just did it hard. Nothing wrong over with a kabuki. This is called a kabuki brush. I just dropped my highlight brush. Motherfucker. You have to clean that bitch. I just cleaned it. Okay. I think that's everything but the lipstick, and I haven't decided what color I want to use. Should I make it as black as my soul? Damien doesn't like it when I put too much black lipstick on. He thinks it's weird. So we're gonna do and I just trace along the outside of my lips and then kind of fill it in. It's gonna have to be touched up at a mirror because I can't see very well. Alright, see? A little bit better. Sisters, not twins. And then I have a nice arch on my lips, so I don't have to like, I gotta do it on the thing, I can't see Look like a chola. Alright, so I'm gonna blotch that right there, which is fine because I can go like that and get my nice little thing back. This is a new one that I just got, so I'm pretty excited about using it. It is Anastasia Beverly Hills Phantom Liquid Lipstick, and it's got a nice metallic look to it, which I love. So that's what my lips are going to be today. And then to complete it, my super nerdy looking glasses. And that's all I really got.